You're. I'm on the couch, man. I done made like probably 6 videos. I'm gonna wrap it up tonight, man. I'm on the couch, man. Dropping gems, man. Like and subscribe, man. Hit the like button, man. Share it, man. Share this content, man. Got another Ratchet reaction video from Saint Sinner. The Saint and the Sinner. Bro makes some pretty cool content. I like his content. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do what he did. He tried to go against Alan Roger Curry. I didn't like that. He's a little arrogant, a little pompous. But hey, I want to react to this video because I like the content. I like this video. I like the idea of this video. And the title of this video is, If Your Woman Does This to You, Dump Her. And I felt like he could have explained it a little bit differently in the video, but he took the route that he wanted to take, and I ain't mad at it, you know. He made the video how he wanted to make it, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna let him talk about some things that he talked about in this video, and then I'm gonna do my spin. I'm gonna do my reaction, because I wanna have y'all hear him say what he say, and then I wanna say what I say. Because if you look through the comments, like, let's go through the comments. Let's see, like, the comments was kind of 50-50. There's 65 comments. And so half of the comments, maybe not half, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 20 to 30 of the comments are like, you're selfish, or, you know what I'm saying, I disagree with this video, and, you know, this is narcissistic. Let's see. Yeah. So he raises good points, but this guy has a selfish heart. So let's watch the video, not all of it, like the first 4 minutes, so we can let him explain it, and then we're gonna give my spiel.
Whoever prioritizes a stranger in front of you, she's the wrong one. Tell you a true story.
That's facts.
I was going to look at some property with a young lady. She was just accompanying me. We're in a city and state that is not my own.
That jacket fire, by the way, but continue.
We're far away from home. We're following a real estate agent to go look at some properties. There's a massive pothole. I drive over the pothole, and it hits hard enough that the tire goes flat. So next thing you know, we're at the tire place, and the guy's coming out to inspect the tire. And funny thing, shout out to the guy who hooked up the tire. Good guy. So the car's parked in front of the shop, and there's a parking space next to it that's empty. The mechanic is standing in that parking space, that empty parking space, looking at the car. There's a whole multitude of empty parking spaces. There's a guy who drives up in an old Mercedes, black guy, and he's looking and waiting, trying to drive into that one parking space next to my car while the mechanic is standing there inspecting my car to help us so that...
What a dickhead move. I hate when people do that. It's 50 fucking parking spaces. It's 2 of these parking spaces being used by us. Park in another one of the 40 fucking 8 parking spots there is available. You fucking cocksucker. Why would you want to park here? We got these 2 parking spaces. There's 48 more parking spaces. Park in one of the 48, bro. The fuck is you doing, bro? That shit just triggered me. My fault.
We can get back to what we're there to do.
Morning flurries. The return of special traditions.
Hurry up.
Bunch of open parking spaces. This guy is being lazy. He just wants to get the closest one to the front door. The mechanic looks at the guy and then like ignores him. Like, bro, like you're off some weirdo stuff. You know, white mechanic, girl, white woman. And there's a reason I'm naming everyone's race. One, to identify them, but two, there's a greater reason. White woman. So she says to the mechanic, oh, hey, that guy wants to pull in. To say that I wanted to backhand her would be accurate. It would be accurate. Well, why is that? Okay. Are you with me or are you with him? That random old black guy in the car. Are you with him or are you with me? This is not a conversation I had, but I'm giving you the conversation and the thinking. You see, because if you're with me, then your interest is for our car to get back on the road because there's literally a real estate agent waiting for us to tour us on huge properties. Now, mind you, here's the thing. Time matters because if the sun goes down, we won't be able to really get the full tour because A, the properties are very big buildings, and more importantly, they're on acreage. I want to walk the 10 acres. I want to see, like, make sure there's like not a stream going through the 10 acres, like where we can't build on it. I want to walk the 10 acres, make sure it's level ground. I want to walk the 10 acres.
10 acres.
And of course, I want to go through the building in the sunlight. We need to get back on the road. And your interest should be my interest. Our interest is getting the car fixed. The mechanic is doing it. You're literally recommending he get out of the way for an inconsiderate stranger, which would thereby stop him from serving me. And serving me is serving us. So, seeing her prioritize a stranger over me, and that was not a conscious thing. She wasn't like, let me do this guy wrong. She's probably just trying to be nice and helpful. Oh, maybe he doesn't see that guy. But she wasn't gamed up and she wasn't culturally centered on the values that are good values, saintly values. So she says that to the mechanic. The mechanic's like, yeah, I see that guy. Like, there's 1,000 parking spaces. Like, that guy's lazy. I see him. And he goes back to what he was doing. Respect. Now, here's the thing. The mechanic is focused on what he's doing, what his goal is. I'm focused on what my goal is, getting the car fixed. This broad is focused on, let's be nice to everybody. Even at my expense. Let's be nice to everybody at my expense. I got another woman, you heard me, who wasn't there. I got another woman, if she was in the same position, she would have been, you heard me, like, hey, listen, I got another woman, she like, look, I want everything for dad. You need, like, I want everything for mama. Like, I don't care if nobody eats as long as this guy eats. You hear me? Like, she that kind. This fall down broad right here, I'm just like, oh yeah, you's a nut. And so you got to push it to a logical conclusion. Now, here's the thing. You can explain something like that, and some women, they'll get it and they'll try to live by it. They understand. Some women, they'll understand, but they'll never live by it, and they'll never even try. If I explained to her, hey, let's say when you told our mechanic, hey, there's a guy.
Hold on. Run that back, Markel. What you say?
Body. Even at my expense. Let's be nice to everybody at my expense. I got another woman, you heard me, who wasn't there. I got another woman, if she was in the same position, she would have been, you heard me, like, hey, listen, I got another woman, she like, look, I want everything for dad. You need, like, I want everything for mama. Like, I don't care if nobody eats as long as this guy eats.
Yeah, so y'all saw that. Now, this is my 2 cents. Fellas, he's right. You don't want a woman to put a stranger, especially another man, over you at your expense. You don't want a woman, especially your woman, to put a stranger, another man, over you at the expense of you. And his example is his example. But if you're ever out and about and a woman prioritizes the feelings of another man over you, that's a huge red flag. Huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. That woman should be on your team. Like he just said, I don't care if nobody else eat. I want to make sure he eat. That's the kind of woman you need to have on your team. These women who will just embarrass you publicly, purposeful or non-purposeful, is a huge fucking no-no. You bet not embarrass me in public. Straight up. You'll get kicked to the fucking curb. A woman should never prioritize another man over you to your detriment. She shouldn't even prioritize another man over you, period. That's like going to a dinner party and she make another man's plate before she make your plate. This dude ain't even related to her. Total stranger. It's like your woman doing something for a stranger and then turning around and giving you a hard time. And you asking her to do the same thing that she did for the stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like this video because it talks about an angle that is talked about, but it's not really talked about. Like, disrespectful women is talked about, but it's not talked about where your woman puts another man over you. Don't even got to be nothing big. Let's just say you out somewhere with your woman, y'all at a party, and some random guy's like, hey man, you just dropped that, pick that up. And let's say she picks it up, right? And then let's say an hour later, you like, hey yo, you just dropped that. And she like, well, you can pick it up for me. Shit like that. Like just something where, you know what I'm saying? Your woman takes somebody else's side over your side. Or she's more cooperative for somebody else than she is for you, or she goes out of her way to help somebody else or like do something for another man at your detriment. You don't want that. Your woman needs to be on your team. No disrespect. Fuck these other people. Make sure I'm good first. Don't be out here being nice to everybody and then I get served and treated. No. I'm priority number one. There's nothing selfish about that. It's just making sure that chick know who the fuck team she on.